Dragon Man! Oh my god, this took forever to get here. God, Hasbro. You guys gotta start whipping your workers at the factory, Hasbro. I'm just kidding. I do not condone slavery. Dragon Man. He's beautiful, he's big, he's gorgeous, he's thick, and he's definitely a better price than whatever 10 inches. He's a better price than whatever the hell Melania was at. I just don't know why people just hate on, the fact that Hasbro has overpriced stuff. Like, Melania was 8 inches, mid as hell, but people will just, eat it up. They're just fine with it. They'll just, let SHF, dig in their butt just because it's SHF, And for Hasbro, they will, they'll be like, oh, the articulation is buns. It's dookie. I already took this guy out of the box. I had to put him back in the box because I was busy. Wow, that's loud. Yeah. What I do understand, yes, I kind of did. When you pull the tail out, it ruins the plastic. So what we're going to do today is not going to put the tail on because unfortunately, if I do it again, I feel like it's just going to ruin it a bit more. With a heater, you can just heat it up just a bit. The plastic goes back into place. But plus he doesn't even need the tail. The tail kind of sucks. To be honest with you. The tray fell. The tray goddamn fell. Whatever. Dragon Man. And to prove to you that he is a better price than whatever the hell SHF just came out with. And he's just fine. If I did that with Melania, her arm would have broken. Yeah, so Dragon Man, a beautiful, beautiful figure that we have been waiting for almost a year, or almost a year and a half, actually. And he's looking big, beefy. He's looking tough. I just want to start with putting him up next to my custom shaded Hulk. I shaded Hulk in a bit so he looks darker. It looks more like, the scene where he, takes on some shading. If Hasbro just locked in with the shading, it wouldn't be so, dogged on. Because this was bright red when you got him, and now he's all, more detailed. I still don't like the faceplate, but it's still a lot better with a bit of darker shading on it, make it look more lively. Beautiful, beautiful. I shaded in the fists too, so it looks darker. Let's put them size comparison real quick. Here is a normal SHF. I mean, not SHF. Here's a normal Marvel Legends. Here is a CT Toys Agent Anti-Venom or whatever. He's a big boy. He's a huge brawly boy, and he's a huge beautiful brawly boy. With his wings, let's take these out real quick before we get into articulation. Or actually, let's get into articulation first without the wings, because you probably want to pose him with the wings. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just start with that. Without the wings, he has a full range butterfly, back that much, forward this much, and the arms can go out full T-pose. His head, I've seen the videos. His head's on that. I hate that. That's ugly. It should have been a barbell style joint because he can only look up that high. Oops. He can only look up that high, down that far. His mouth is on a hinge, but the hinge is really loose. The tongue, you can articulate the tongue. It's great, I guess. I genuinely will not be articulating the tongue. I just don't like it. The arms, they're pretty good. I like them. Very gummy figure. A lot of people say he's very gummy. And I get that. I get that a lot. Yeah, so he can do that much articulation. Of course, Marvel Legends style arms. Couldn't complain. I'm fine with that. You know, I've heard that this is very loose for some people. I'm not one of those people. Fortunately, mine is really well in there. So I've heard some people had to hold him by the shoulder to even articulate him, but mine is very strong. Mine isn't like a failed copy. I believe Hasbro should really refund people. What I don't like is that, this is always a problem with most of these figures. When you give him all the way there, he just has a gap in his tummy. Yeah, he can look down that far. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You can look down that far, back that much, and full 360. Can we do a full 360? Full 360. Oh my god. That felt scary to do. Yeah. Arms and legs. Pretty good. Marvel Legends legs. Don't worry, I'm not going to glaze this figure all that much because I hate the fact that this feels loose. I don't like that. This feels loose, especially for such a big guy like this. Feet, they're on a hinge. You can pose them like that, Oops. Thought that broke for a second. You can pose them like that, stomping on something, getting his dominance over his own tail. Okay, now that we've done articulation, excuse me, without the wings, let's do it with the wings. So with the wings, pretty simple, pretty decent. There we go. With the wings, he gains a lot more shelf presence. A lot more shelf presence. Matter of fact, he's very back heavy, so you're going to want to grab yourself a stand. And you're going to want to put that stand behind him. And you're going to want to make sure that stand is secure. Can I put some weight on the stand? Okay, there we go. Big boy. Wingspan is approximately you guys can't see it, but it's 10-ish. Zoom out a bit. It's 10-ish. Just straight. 10 and a half-ish. Yeah, 10 and a half. Height doesn't really change. He's still 11, 10 and a half to 11. Oh, he's big. He's really back heavy, man. I just don't like that. It's even worse with the tail. Let's pretend the tail's on there. Pretend the tail's on there, right? Let's play a game of pretend. So the tail is just so tough for me. I recommend heating this up. The wire in there is pretty nice. I guess you could just really get the tail in whatever pose you want it, but it just goes back. So just slap that on there. Boom. Now he's all stood up with the tail on there. It like a kangaroo. Yeah, it's just kind of the tail. It's not really much you can do with it. It's really big. heavy. If like I definitely like recommend if you're a kid, just grab this and just just whack someone with it. This is heavy, man. Like this hurts. You whack someone with this. It's a miniature bat, is what that is. Yeah, the articulation doesn't really change except for the butterfly joints can no longer go back enough because this is obstructing the way. Of course, with it, he's pretty back heavy, so it just opens that up. His mouth will just, like, it's pretty loose, so it'll just randomly open if you do too much bouncing. My Dragon Man is looking to the left for some, right now. To the right for you guys, or to the left? I know it, like, inverts when you're watching this on YouTube, but for me, he's looking to the left. As you can see, this eye is looking straight, this eye is looking like this way to the left. Let me see if you guys can really see it from like afar. But mine's a little cross-eye from afar. You can kind of see it a lot better. Yeah, you can see it like this. One eye is looking to the left and the other eye is looking straight. But that's fine. Detail-wise, let me decapitate the dragon real quick. Beautiful detail. Just fine for a comic character. You know, who could complain except for like 90% of whoever bought this figure? I just genuinely don't know why. If you don't like it, then don't buy it. Like, I saw a guy complaining about the chest not blending in well enough. Like, it's a comic character. Like, most panels, his arm is like twice his size because it's dynamic. You know, and it's like, it's not like when you're making a figure and you see this as his pose, you're just not make him in toy form, make this like a 2-inch arm and this is like a giant arm. You know, it's a comic character, you know, and I get he's supposed to have the physique of like a human, kind of, and this is supposed to, you know, translate in, but he's also a robot. I saw that same person complain about the silver, you know, being here and absent in the muscles. That I can relate to. But I also am fine with it being on the scales, really, because he doesn't have any scales on his legs, but he does on here. I'm fine with that. I'm not a big gripe for me. But does he have silver on his, yeah, he does. Okay, it's fine. Does he have it on his wings? He also has it on his wings. Does he have it on his feet? He should have had it on his, like, upper area, because this is armored. There should have been silver here. His feet look pretty dull. You know, there's a lot of marbling on his feet. It's a good figure. It's genuinely okay. I'm okay with it. I really like the design of Dragon Man. Kind of goofy, big-brained. I'm a big fan of, like, Image Comics, so I love that Loose Collector's making, you know, Captain Canuck. They're making the Image Comics, like, team line. I forgot the name of those guys, but they're goofy-looking characters with, like, a lot of story to them. I just hope they do characters that, you know, third parties are making, so the creators get a bit of, like, you know, not money, but, you know, like recognition with that character. So, like, they made, what's the guy that looks like Lobo with a lot of guns, and they also made, like, the guy that looks like the Punisher with a lot of guns. He's the giant gun. I forgot his name, but it's made by a famous artist that has made a lot of things throughout the years. You guys have definitely seen this video where it's like not Superman, Captain America with a giant chest. That is that same artist. And there are figures out there made by Loose Collector that were posted by, I believe, Image Comics. But yeah, I wish they did Pit, the Max, Ultra, Omega, something like that. It's like pretty much Ultraman, but black. And I'm talking about the Ultraman from like Japan, the one with like the crest. He's all red and silver. You know, stuff like that. You know, Pits, you know, the third party company, Axie Toys made Pit, but it's kind of like a bootleg or like not official, but it's supposed to just be Pit, but they call him not Pit, which is like the irony. But yeah, Dragon Man can do yoga. Let's get back to Dragon Man. So, I see a lot of people complain about the wings not being, you know, wings. Because, you know, Dragon Man can fly. And these are his spread out wings. So, technically, this is what he'd be looking like when he flies. Like that. Right? But the head doesn't go back enough to make the iconic pose on the box. His head doesn't go up high enough. Let me show you. See that? His head does not do that. It does not go up that high. The only way you can make it go up that high or make that pose is if you take this head, put this down, and just kind of like rested it on there like that. Like that, right? So let me see. Like that. But I get like the image on the box is supposed to be like an edited image, but his head does not go high enough, or the articulation in the head does not allow him to do that pose. And if I try to do the exact same pose, see? He doesn't look up at all to be flying. But I guess for most of you display people, you can like, you know, just have him on land reading a book because he comes with glasses. This is a 17-minute video. Wow, I'm dragging this guy. Let's get into stuff real quick so you guys don't click off and say this is not a good review of Dragon Man. This guy sucks. Blah, blah, blah. This reviewer stinks. Let me get his hands out. I'm doing this with you guys raw. Raw. Can I take the glasses out? Can I have the glasses, Mr. Box? Can I? No? Okay. Yeah, give me a second. Box is being stubborn as hell. I'm doing this with you guys raw so you guys get the same experience as I do. Because if you guys just watch the big toy collectors, you know, they're either sponsored by Hasbro or, you know, they're paid shills. They're paid shills. I'm just kidding. I love those guys. No. Oh, shit. The arm's too strong for me to articulate it. Can I put it on here? Okay, here we go. There we go. So I just want to bend this real quick. So Dragon Man here can read. He can read. He can read. It's like that, right? Is it like this? No. How do they put it on his hand? I saw it like clicks in or something. Oh, like that. You just kind of have to balance it. Dragon Man can read. He can read. He can read. He's reading one of the banned books to Kill a Mockingbird for some reason. Or he's reading the script to the Fantastic Four or whatever. But yeah, Dragon Man, alternate hands. He comes with fists because he's a big, brawly guy. Of course he's got to come with fists. He's going to start punching stuff. He's got to... Oh, I literally put him on the wrong side. What a goober. What a goober. There we go. That's a lot better. You know, he's got fists. I really don't like how the shoulders are so strong. These shoulders are tough. You know, Dragon Man over here with his, you know, calm wings here. There's more calm wings. You know, and his glasses. You know, the Hulk just ripped his book out of his hand, and they're brawling. They're brawling. Oh, the glasses fell off. He even took the time to punch his glasses out, and now they're brawling. They're going ham on each other. You know, they're landing punch after punch. Right? So, like, you know, Dragon Man just got caught saying the one word in the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and the Hulk heard it. And he's like, I'm president, and you can't say that. So he punches him square in the jaw, and then he's like, I'm bigger than you, and he punches him square in the jaw, too. I genuinely do not know who would win in a fight between these two. I think Hulk would come out on top, or Red Hulk would come out on top, but I don't know. We're yet to see the Dragon Man in the MCU, but maybe we'll see him later. He could be like MODOK, or he could be like MODOK, but like Doctor Doom made him instead of, you know, his original maker making him. Yeah, Dragon Man. Dragon Man, Dragon Man. I love him. I like him. I genuinely think he's an okay price. I like collecting bigger figures. Matter of fact, let me pull out one of my favorites. Real quick, don't fall, Mr. Dragon Man. He's gonna take a back dive here, but it's fine. He took a few back dives actually. What the hell is it? Oh, there he is. He's taken a few dives on my shelf already. He's horrible at balancing, but it is what it is. Let's move the Hulk out of the way. One of my favorite figures. His articulation kind of sucks, but I just like the look of it. And his giant sword, he's ready to tango with whoever messes with him. So let's have a scale off, kind of. So him, and then Dragon Man, right? Get your sword out of the way. Get him in the frame. There we go. And then Dragon Man, right? So you guys get a good look at the scaling. The Space Marine, and let's throw this goober in the fray. You know. Let's do it again, but the other way. See, he's pretty big. He's really big. He's actually like really big. He's like HasLab. Enough bigness to get him in the HasLab category. And yeah. So, if I were, like I said in my Melania video, buy now, skip, or wait for a deal, you genuinely do not have a choice. If you didn't buy it, you skipped out. And if you're going to buy it from a secondhand party for $150, I would say if you're a big fan of the Fantastic Four, or just Dragon Man in general, I would say get it. But you know, these things are unpredictable. With the new Fantastic Four movie, we could get Dragon Man in the main MCU with a whole different design, but remind yourself that if we do get him in the MCU, he will not be this big. He will probably be like Red Hulk size. So just, you know, buy with caution. And also, don't get scammed. Don't, you know, pay over 170 for this thing, because as beautiful and as great as he is as a Marvel legend, you know, he still has his gripes where, you know, one, he's just like, he's just a goofy looking guy. Genuinely, he's like a goofy looking guy that, even in his own universe, he's misunderstood by all the characters except for Reed Richards' daughter, who literally makes him smarter in the comics. And yeah, beautiful figure. In the figure scale, I really like this figure personally. I like that it's just a big guy. It's just a big dragon dude, all purple. He's people say he's overpriced. I don't know if I have an opinion for that. I think he's okay for me. I genuinely am like fine with my purchase. I'm not gonna like tweak out like most of these people. Like one, how much was he? Like $100, or ones that are like $95 with like shipping and everything. People were like, "What? He's so expensive." But then in reality, those same people would like drop $200 for like a very horrible SA Figure Arts and just not complain online. But you know, it is what it is. Is this how the box is supposed to be? No, it's like this. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm putting him back. So yeah. Toy wise, 8 out of 10. He definitely has a couple, you know, like Hasbro has lazy shading. They genuinely just do not shade all that much. He's more for the show. He's more for the beauty. Wait, let me put his hands on. He's more for the beauty. He's a beautiful shelf piece. He definitely, if you have like, you know, people like, who the hell is that guy? And why is he hanging out with Reed Richards, The Thong, Invisible Woman, and Johnny Storm? You can just say, oh yeah, that's Dragon Man. He's pretty cool. And the last Dragon Man came back in the Toy Biz era, when I was like a wee little lad. And yeah, if you're gonna get them now. I genuinely think buy now is a good thing. Paying $150 is a lot though, so it's up to you. If you got your money up, buy them. If you missed out, then boo-hoo, bah humbug. Should have gotten it. I believe Mephisto is up for pre-order now, like this guy. But for me right now, he does not work. I keep getting my pre-order canceled. I hope Hasbro fixes that next week, because he's only up for 2 more weeks and he's gone. Oh yeah, Dragon Man's box is really cool. It's like reminiscent of like the older art styles for like the Marvel stuff. Beautiful box, beautiful box. Just a great looking box too. This is definitely the box for collectors. Collectors are gonna love this box. Yeah. Especially if they put this sucker in Marvel Rivals, the toy is gonna go up, because they're gonna make Marvel Rivals figures, and I don't think they're gonna recycle this design again. Maybe they will. Maybe they will for an Abomination, because goddamn, because we're missing an Abomination. I would love an Abomination. Like Brian from Family Guy would say, I love chocolate. But yeah, Dragon Man.